But who better than me?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Bass Talks. As always, please like and subscribe, share with a friend, a colleague, a relative, an associate, enemy, any and all in between. It's appreciated. Now this one for me personally is a pretty big deal. I wasn't expecting this. I never went with any sort of sense or feelings that I would get an interview with DILLIAN WHYTE today. So I guess first and foremost, shout out to October Red. She put in a good word for me. Again, I wasn't even thinking about doing an interview, but it kind of came across just like that. Me being me, I was ready, but me also being me, because I wasn't thinking about the interview, I made a humongous error and forgot to put my microphone receiver into the phone when I was recording. So I apologize from now. The sound quality isn't of the normal standard that you guys expect and you know that I expect of myself, but that being said, the moment can't be taken away. The video's there. I haven't listened through the entire thing because I was just sort of pissed off that I didn't get it right the first time, but from the first sort of minute that I did listen to, it sounded okay. So I hope that everything is audible, you guys can hear it all. It wasn't the first time I made that mistake today, and I'm sure it probably won't be the last time I make that mistake in the future, but it just sucks when it's on such a, you know, such a big interview, such a sort of a big moment for yourself, when you don't necessarily get it the way you want it. But yeah, hope you enjoy. I'll be back straight after. This is Bass the Kid, the hardcore casual, and I'm delighted for the first time to be joined by the body snatcher, DILLIAN WHYTE. Listen, DILLIAN, I'm gonna just put it out there. I've got no shame in saying it. I've always had you as like my favorite heavyweight in the division. I've always liked basically your aggression, your willingness to take big fights, and never duck in the smoke, as people say. But how are you, and how have things been as of late, especially since the comeback?
Thanks, you just made my day, man. Thanks, I'm okay. I'm just trying to be happy, trying to keep smiling, trying to just keep chugging away like when I was combine harvesting, those things that breaks the ground up. That's what I'm doing, just chugging away day by day, just trying to get back into the frame, man. Just trying my best to get back into the frame.
So, obviously coming back against Christian Hammer, do you feel like that was the best just opponent you had at the time, or was it a case of that was just what was presented to you? How did he become the opponent?
You know what, I know Christian Hammer quite well. We trained at the same gym before, and I know Christian's game, and I thought he was going to come to fight. He did try to fight, but obviously I went my best, but I was still hurting him and I was still busting him up, obviously. And he did come to fight. He was swinging in the first and in the second round. He was swinging, he was rabbit punching me and stuff, so. But I don't know what it was. Obviously, he got hurt. Actually, I know what it was. I hit his body a few times and busted his nose, and he got hurt. And I was just psyched up and aggressive. I said to people, I just fought with my balls. I didn't fight with my brains at all. I just wanted to fight so bad. And I think he thought, you know, fuck this. I'm not trying to stay in here and get knocked out. He thought, okay, I done all right. Fought a couple of rounds, and I'm not trying to get knocked out, you know, obviously. And he just quit, you know. But obviously, there was other opponents that was low level and they wasn't as good, and I thought, Christian was available, he was training for a fight in Russia, and then he got my fight and he said, yeah, I'll take that. So I thought, okay, he was in shape and he'd been motivated, but the aggression was a bit too much for him, I think.
Well, look, that's the first part of ring rust you've been able to get out, but there's more to come, I'm sure.
There's a lot more.
But with regards to, look, you've been through a lot over the last year, your whole career. Like you've not had one of the easiest ones. Everything's been tough. But what is it really that just keeps you mentally engaged to the point you're like, you know what, these things keep happening to me, but I just have to keep plugging away?
You know what? That's just how we was brought up in Jamaica, man. You know, obviously, I was brought up without my parents. I struggled from one area to another area, get passed around. Move here, done this, I've done so much stuff. That's all I know what to do. That's the honest truth. I just know to just keep persisting and keep chugging and that's all I know to do. You know, people say, but you do this and I said, I don't know how I do it or why I do it. It's just what I know to do. I said, that's what my father used to say, if you're not dead, you're always all right. And it's a rough, ruthless way, but it makes sense. You know, he was preparing me for the world the best he knew. It wasn't the best way, but that's what he knew, and it's paying off now. Thank God.
No, look, I hear that. Obviously, coming from Jamaican roots myself,
Yeah.
I understand the mentality
Yeah.
of the forefathers and that.
Yeah.
So, look, with regards to you moving forward, before we sort of get to the reason why you're here, what is the hope for you for the rest of this year? And have you got anyone in mind that you might want
I'd
to take
love
on?
to fight 3 more times this year. I'm gonna try and fight May and then another 2 more times. But I don't really care whoever there is. 'Cause obviously, I know I've been out of the picture for a while. Some people are gonna try to catch me slipping, whatever, or some people is engaged in other fights because of things that's going on or whatever. So I know the game work. I'm not saying to think, oh, this guy's avoiding me, that guy don't fight me. I know the game work, you know. Obviously, so I'm just gonna keep chipping away, and just keep chugging and just see what happens. Obviously, but I'm gonna stay busy. Sometimes I spend time waiting around for harder fights or for bigger fights, but no, I'm just gonna, whatever is available, I'm gonna jump on it, because I need activity. I need to keep training. Obviously, there's a dark place. I put a lot of weight on. I lost my mind a little bit. Obviously, it's all coming back now. I'm motivated. I'm doing stuff again. I'm walking with a spring in my step again. So that's it, man. You know, it's good.
You know, speaking of that real quick, wanting to fight, being very active, great. Can you just touch on whether or not, because I've heard a lot of people talk about, oh, well, you know, can he fight in the UK? Why did he fight in Ireland? Now, to me, it was just because that was an opportunity, but what is your situation with regards to being able to fight in Britain?
Listen, there is, I can't really say much because there's an ongoing situation going on anyway. You know, obviously there's some situation going on, but I can fight anywhere in the world. I've been living outside the UK for 5 years and licensed by Texas, and I trained and I was in America training, you know, and basically living in America now too. So you know, whatever.
Okay, now look, let's come to, we've been at the weigh-in for Fabio Wardley and Fraser Clark. I think both of them have said that this is their biggest fight.
Yeah.
Would you say that this is Fabio's hardest fight though?
No, I wouldn't. You know, Fabio's fought a lot of pros. He fought a lot of pros, obviously. Fraser Clark's had 8 pro fights. He ain't been experienced enough. You haven't been cut in fights, really. You haven't been fights where he's been hurt, you know. So we've seen him struggle with journeyman, but sometimes guys rise up for fights. So this might be the one he rise up for. But obviously, Fabio has been involved in big shows. Fraser haven't really been involved in big shows. And Fabio's gone around and sparred guys and done stuff, and he's got all the experience he needs now. Now it's just time to start stepping him up slowly, and that's what the whole thing was with Fabio. Because of his lack of experience as an amateur, bring him the right way, and it's gone perfect so far.
And do you think that all of his big fight experience thus far is actually going to be the difference between him and Fraser?
Yes, I think so. Fraser hasn't been involved in deep fights, you know what I mean? Because the deep fights are a whole next energy, mentally and physically. You've been to Olympics and all that, whatever, but this is different, you know, this is different, you know. This is amateur Olympics. You lose, you go again the next year. You lose, you go again to the next tournament, or whatever. You win, you go, you know. This is different. You lose at this level, you get dropped back down, and then it's hard to come back, you know. And then obviously he's been saying a lot of stuff, and when you're losing pro boxing and saying a lot of things, it's very hard.
With obviously both Fraser, who's got the big platform with Sky Sports, he's got the contract. You know, Fabio has come over to his stomping yard. He's the free agent. Does any of that concern you if a knockout can't be acquired in the fight?
No. Fabio is a diligent British champion and Commonwealth champion, so why would that be a problem? You know, obviously he's a champion and he's fought and defended the belt, so, and he's taken every step all the way up to where he is, so, you know, and he's a British boxer as well. So why should it be a problem?
So I'm sure that you've factored into your mind how everything's going to go if he wins. But is there any thought process of, okay...
We don't think about that. We don't think about losing. No, that's never crossed my mind. We never think about that going to any fight, you know. And I don't think about that for myself, so I wouldn't think about that for my fighter, you know.
No worries. Listen, do you want to give a quick prediction to the people watching?
I think Fabio is going to stop him, you know, mid to late fight. I think because Fraser seems to tie and fight. He starts off good, then he gets a bit relaxed and a bit sloppy. I think that's where Fraser's going to shine.
All right, Dillian, look, thanks very much for your time, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for the support, brother. Thank you.
So yeah, look, as I said, anyone who knows me will know that for the longest time, Dillian Whyte has been sort of like one of my favorite heavyweights in the division. I've always liked his story, his journey, sort of what he's kind of had to go through, and the fact that even with all of the the background noise, the doubters, the detractors, you know, the people that will criticize abilities or, you know, the situations that he's been put in, he still somehow manages to bounce back and to do a lot of it with a smile on his face. So I got to give him credit for that. Yeah, look, hopefully in the future I can get him on a Zoom or something. We can do maybe a more of an extended thing, or if I could see him again in the future, I'll definitely remember to carry the receiver. And also the same thing happened on a Ben Whitaker interview that I did, which should be on the Undefeated platform. So again, apologies for the poor sound of the two interviews today. Again, I wasn't really thinking about doing them at the time, and so when they kind of just happened, I went into autopilot mode. But you live and you learn, as they say. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave your comments. And yeah, I'll have some more content for you over the next couple of days. But until then, thank you for watching. Peace.